If you haven't had an opportunity to watch Game of Thrones season 4 finale, stop listening now. Major spoilers. Here we go. The episode was called "The Children," and my heart hurts right now because of what Khaleesi was forced to do to her children. Man, this was, how do you want to say it? I never thought I cared about dragons. This is how magical and awesome and amazing Game of Thrones is. I never thought I cared about the dragons. I know I care about Khaleesi, so therefore, obviously a lot of that stuff transitions over. So, whatever's, important to Khaleesi is going to be important to me. And it literally broke my heart tonight, man. I was like tearing up. And I'm glad that they cut the scene when they did, because I wouldn't have been able to watch the rest of the season finale because it was just too damn sad. Let's be real. All the slaves, the former slaves, the ex-slaves, they come to Khaleesi. They're forming lines around her entranceway, and they're letting her know that they no longer want to be free. They wish to return to their masters because they feel like they don't have a purpose. They don't have a reasoning anymore, and that's something that is true, man. That is something I guess is true. Once you are freed from somebody, I guess you got to try to find your way. But if you're too old and you're too old to change, because, change comes with the frame of mind, then therefore you want to, go back to what you know. So Khaleesi comes up with this idea about, signing a contract, and there's going to be like this slave type contract, but it's like a worker's contract, and it's only for 1 year. That's the duration of it. The next person that arrives to talk to Khaleesi and address their problems to the queen is a poor man. A poor man arrives and he's holding something in his arms. And at first I thought, okay, man, this guy's going to try to kill Khaleesi. Somebody do something. And all of a sudden you see that he's tearing up. He's crying. He's doing things that, a normal person wouldn't do. And it's very sad, man. He starts crying. He's talking in the native tongue, man. He removes the thing from his arms. He places it on the ground, and all of a sudden, like, he says, "The winged shadow attacked my city today, and they killed my Layla." And he removes the cover, and it's a corpse of a child, man. It's a child's corpse, and the corpse is burned, man. It's charred, man. And Khaleesi, she apologizes. She really doesn't know what to say, but she just, you can see it in her heart. It's sincere. She's sad. And the only thing that she has, the only option, I guess you can say, is to lock up her dragons. Now, the interesting thing is that there were only 2 dragons I saw. There was only 2 dragons tonight. But before I go there, she walks into where they hold the dragons at, and the dragons are following her. First they're leading the way. She opens the, I guess it's like the huge stone door to like a tomb, I guess you can say. And then they start walking down the steps, the dragons, 2 by 2, and then Khaleesi comes behind them, and she's kind of, fast. She stays back at a distance. That's something that you notice too. She stays back at a distance, but she kind of, is sad, and she's inside of their lair, and she looks around. She's sad. She looks at all of them. She's like, man, I can't believe we're having to do this. And you see like these 2 giant black chains, and these 2 giant black chains are what she's gonna use to actually put around their neck. I guess you could say like choke chains, dog chains. And as she's putting, these chains around the dragons, man, the dragons are screaming as loud as they possibly can, man. They will probably break your eardrums, to be honest, man. And it's screaming like, like mom, like I guess like a bird or an injured pet or a wounded dog. It's something so high pitched, like only an animal could obviously make. And I think they captured what a dragon would sound like if the dragon was making noises to where, help me, save me, don't do this to me. And it was a piano, soft, somber music behind it. And it was just one of those moments where it just blew your mind what they were able to do. And it's like, wow, what is this, And she locks them up. She walks up the steps. She turns back and looks at them one more time. And then the stone the stone is placed over the entrance of the tomb, and that's all you see. That's the last that you see of the dragons, man. And you know, that was her locking her dragons up, taking flight from them. And it's just one of those things, man. It's like, I can't even believe it. I can't believe it, man. You know, that all this, you know, happened, man. I don't know, man. It's just sad, man. It's just absolutely sad, man. You know, you don't want nothing to happen to Khaleesi bad, but obviously, you know, Sir Alistair was saying that last time. He said, you can't control them, Khaleesi. You can't. You know, they're going to get to a point to where they become uncontrollable. And what I'm thinking, man, is that, you know, her being the mother of dragons, with her, you know, ruling and those dragons locked up in there, man, eventually, you know, she's going to have to open that door, and somebody's going to have to go down there and unlock them, unchain them, man. Or they might even escape themselves, or like break the chains while they're in there. And then somebody opens the door and then they're killed, man. But I kind of like it, the fact, or I guess you could say the imagery behind it, to where they're saying, you know, she's mother of dragons, breaker of chains. And the mother of dragons, breaker of chains, she became the person that enslaved her own children tonight, man. I just trying to wrap my head around that, man. It's just very, very emotional, man. And I'm going to try to do a scene by scene analysis, man, tonight of that, to kind of show you guys, man. It was just, it's just really, really sad, man. Anyway, guys, we're out of here, man, and I'll continue on with talking about Game of Thrones.